Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm feeling a little bit awkward on camera this morning because it's been about like 2 months since I've sat down and filmed a video. I've been away back in Asia for the past couple of weeks, and yeah, I've uploaded vlogs and stuff, but I haven't sat down to like film a video in a while. But yeah, I'm back in London now. Got back 2 days ago, so I'm ready to get back into the swing of things. So when I was back in Asia, I was looking at my videos, the ones that I had already uploaded, and I noticed that my most popular videos are anything bag related. So today I thought I would sit down and do another bag related video, and I'm gonna do a tag, and it's the luxury handbag tag. And I know this is like so last year, and I'm like literally the last one to do it. Most likely because I only started my YouTube channel a couple months ago. But anyway, I just want to do this tag, and I don't know if you guys are interested, then keep on watching. So, yeah, I'm just gonna get right into it. I don't want it to be too long of a video, even though it probably will be. But anyway, the only question that I don't feel comfortable answering in this video is the first question, which is how many handbags do you own? I don't know, I just feel like this is something I'm just not fully comfortable sharing right now. It's just a personal preference, but I promise I'll answer all the other questions. Plus it's going to be hard for me to count out my bags, only because, I don't know, like 20-25% of my bags are in Hanoi anyway. So, so yeah. Anyway, so we're going to move on to the second question. How do you organize and store your handbags? I'm pretty sure I touched on this in a previous video, at least how I store my handbags. I'll just quickly share and give example with this one. I keep the original dust bag the handbag came in, and I stuff it with tissue paper, and I actually keep it within the bag to keep its shape, but also so I don't like lose the dust bag, because there's just so many dust bags everywhere and I like misplace them. I try to keep them organized, but it's never organized. So it's just easy for me to have it within the bag. Plus when I go traveling, which I do like to travel quite often, the dust bag is already within the bag, and I can just like take it out, put the stuffing in the bag, or leave it out and put the bag in the dust bag and pack it. So it's just easy for me. So besides that, I display all my bags on like shelves within my accessories room. I'll do like a little pan over later so I can share with you guys. But yeah, basically I don't like to keep my bags within the dust bag just because I like to see everything. So I know what I can change it up as often as I can. I know people worry about like the light coming in and heat, whatnot, but I live in London. It doesn't get cold enough, doesn't get warm enough here for like humidity to like build up. So it's pretty dry in my accessories room, and I keep the curtains closed so there's no light coming in. So yeah, I feel like my handbags are safe in here, and I'm pretty careful with how I place my bags. They're not like all like squished touching each other or anything, but anyway, so yeah, that's how I store my bags. What was your first what was your first handbag purchase? I wasn't sure if this question was referring to like the first designer handbag I've ever owned, or like the first designer handbag I purchased personally myself. But I'll answer both. So the first handbag that I ever received or had, or still have actually, sorry, it's in Hanoi. I'll insert a picture. But basically it is a little cylinder Louis Vuitton bag. I don't know the name of it, but it's tiny, it's like yay big, and it's got the monogram canvas material. And I got that at a really ridiculously young age. I think I must have been, it was coming like end of elementary school, beginning of middle school, so I know, very ridiculously early to be getting it. But it was a very small bag, and I adored it and I treasure it and I still use it to this day. Maybe not as much as I did back then, but I still like it. But the first handbag that I personally bought myself, I saved up for it, and it was kind of like, well, it was my birthday present to myself. So this is the bag in question. It is a little mini Chanel square flap. I bought this in Paris in 2000, and well, it was for my 19th birthday basically. And this bag actually used to be this crazy green color here in the inside. But I had gotten it dyed a couple months ago, well actually maybe half a year ago now, because I had bought a very similar bag from Chanel but with like pretty much exact same color green. And this is not like a normal green color, it's kind of like an interesting green, so I just didn't feel like I needed two bags in a very similar size in the same brand with that really cool green. So I decided to dye it dark green. I'll try to link below like the website that I did the dyeing with. They were really good about it. Plus the material of this bag when I first bought it was this like, I don't know what it's called, but it was almost like suede feeling. It was interesting. But it like kept rubbing against my jacket, so I had loads of like scuffs on it anyway, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to revamp this bag. I wasn't using it. If I want to get a bag, or if I want to use a bag with the color, with this the green inside, I would have just used my other bag. So I knew I wasn't going to reach for this bag anymore, so I thought I would try and dye it and see what it looked like. And I really like it because it comes off black in the dark, obviously, but in the sun it looks like this really cool green color, and it's just like a really unique darker color that I don't have in my collection, so I really like it. So yeah, this was like my first designer bag purchase I purchased myself. What is your newest handbag? The newest handbag is, ooh, okay. The newest handbag into my collection is this gorgeous Valentino bag. I haven't bought a Valentino bag in a long time, but basically I had originally seen this bag in Copenhagen a couple months ago, but I passed on it because I wasn't ready at the time to fork over the price tag, and so I left it. And yeah, recently when I went to Taiwan, I was with my mom and I saw this bag again, and it had a really good discount to it, so I decided to pick it up. Plus my mom really liked the bag. She thought it was like a really interesting bag. She liked the clasp. And for me, obviously, I loved all the color and the, I don't know, the different materials. There's a bit of suede, a bit of exotic, mostly just normal leather though, smooth leather. And yeah, I actually have the jumper with this print on it. If you guys, I think I included it in a previous haul, but anyway, this is my newest bag, and it's really massive and spacious. I'm not usually, like I said, the biggest fan of bigger bags, but this I bought for traveling and like, you know, bringing my smaller computer around, laptop, sorry. So I thought it was a good purchase. What is your most expensive handbag? That has to be this gorgeous one right here. It is another Chanel bag. This is a very Chanel heavy video, but anyway, this one was another gift from my mom, and this was for my 18th birthday. Basically, she went to Taiwan for a little bit. She came back, and I usually, when I lived at home, would help her unpack her suitcase. But on this particular day, I was just talking to her, and I remember her being like, "Hey, Wenwen, can you help me unpack that side of my suitcase?" And it was zipped up at the time, and so as soon as I unzipped it, I see this massive Chanel box, and I'm like, and like my mom at the time, she was not a fan of Chanel. She didn't like Chanel bags. Right now, she's still like kind of iffy about them. She has a couple now that she really adores, but she just doesn't understand the craze for the Chanel classic flaps. But anyway, so I knew it was going to be for me, especially because it was right around my birthday. And so I opened it up, and this was what was inside, this gorgeous Chanel classic flap reissue style. It's in the red lambskin. It's got the most softest buttery feel. So what makes this bag super special is the fact that not only was there like very limited made of this bag, but did that make any sense? I meant to say there was a very limited quantity of this bag made. But it was for the grand opening of the Chanel flagship store in Taipei. So it does have this Taiwan emblem here. If you can see, it says Taiwan, which I think is so special. And I just think it's special because Taiwan is just like this little island that I'm from, and like I don't see it that often everywhere. I mean, besides like a lot of things are made in Taiwan, I realize that, but like on like a freaking Chanel bag, that's like so special. And there's like a lot of other like Chanel motifs all over it, like the Chanel No. 5 perfume, a little mini Chanel bag there, the CC 5, a clover, the camellia, like a needle. Yeah, very special. And the inside is, oops, sorry, really cool as well. I don't know how I'm going to show you this, but usually where it says like Chanel made in whatever, in this one it's like on a freaking plank, first of all, like a metal plank, a golden metal plank, which I think is so cool. But it says Chanel exclusive edition for Taipei. And on this side it says made in France, but on this side it says made exclusively for Taipei. But yeah, this bag is just really special because it's got like my birth city and birth country on it, and yeah, it's home, so it's a very special edition indeed. On to the next question, which is, what was your most dramatic handbag buying experience? From my understanding, I think everyone can just interpret this question the way they want to. For me, I never had like a particularly bad experience buying handbags, or like a dramatic experience in a negative way at all. But I did think of a story that was kind of it's not dramatic, but in a good way. But yeah, just bear with me, I'm gonna explain. So the bag the story is about is this classic flap jumbo caviar, this one. Basically, long story short, when I first saw the Chanel bag, it must have been online or in a magazine or something, and I liked it, and it was just in my radar, and I was thinking about it, but I wasn't like fully obsessing over it at the time. The turning point that got me like super obsessed with it was probably, I don't know if I mentioned this, so this whole story is happening in 2010. So I was dating a guy at the time who had a sister who had this bag, and so when I was hanging out with him and she was carrying this bag, I was like, oh my god, this is such a beautiful bag. Anyways, 2010, that summer we had planned, me and my family, we were planning to go to London, and this would have been my first time to London, to Europe in general. So that summer we flew to London, but we stopped over in Singapore first. We always do a stopover, so we do from Hanoi to Singapore to London. And in Singapore, my mom and I went shopping, and we walked by a Chanel store, and I was like looking through the window, like lusting over everything. And my mom was like, do you want to go in and have a look? And I was like, no, I'm fine. And she's like, come on, let's go in. And of course I saw this bag and I was staring at it. My mom was like, let's ask for the price, and I was like, it's gonna be ridiculously expensive. That's all I know. And so we asked for the price, but we left the bag because in Singapore the price of luxury things are significantly more expensive due to tax and stuff than Europe, and since we were just on our way to Europe, we decided to wait on it. So we got to London, and my mom again, she like took me specifically to a Chanel store, and again we looked at the bag and I was wanting it more and more, and I swear she was teasing me. She was just kind of like, alright, let's go, like nothing to see here. And I was a little bit like, I will come back for you. Anyway, no, not like that. But about a day or two later, my parents freaking surprised me and they said, let's go to Paris. And I was like, what? Yes. I mean, it's only a train ride away, but you know, our plan was to come to London and then go back to Hanoi, so I had no idea we were going to go to Paris. So they surprised me to go to Paris. We're only going to be there for 2 days, but the day we got to Paris, my mom took me straight to the first ever Chanel store on Rue Cambon, and she bought me my first bag. Well, both my parents were there, but yeah, my parents came with me. It was very special, and I thought, I don't know, it's not dramatic, but it's kind of dramatic, like to go all the way to Paris just to buy my first Chanel bag. That's a little bit dramatic, but it's not like we flew across the world. Like we were already in London, we wanted to check out Paris, and like so we like just went there to buy the bag and check out Paris. Anyway, so that's that story. Next question. Your current favorite handbag store? That's a question that I don't know how to answer because I don't really have a favorite handbag store. I mean, my favorite bags are Chanel bags, I would say, but I've recently grown more interested in Louis Vuitton as well. I mean, I loved Louis Vuitton back in the day, but then there was a little bit of a gap where I kind of stopped buying Louis Vuitton, but now I'm like getting back into it. But if we're talking like like an online store that sells like a bunch of different brands, I would say like My Teresa is really good. They have really unique things. Louise Vuitton is nice too. Net-a-Porter, of course. I don't know. I'm not really answering the question, am I? I'm just blaming stuff. I don't know. I don't have a favorite handbag store. Whoever I see a bag that I like, yeah. Current favorite handbag. My current favorite handbag is this one. This is pretty new as well. It's new to me. So I bought this off of Vestiaire. Vestiaire is amazing for secondhand, like consignment, whatever. It's just got the greatest selection. And so basically a couple months ago I was just really wanting a like a white caviar classic flap, but I couldn't find it in store, so I took online to see if I can find it, and I found one in like legit mint condition. Look at this. Like, the condition is insane. It came with the dust bag, the box, like everything. So perfect. Anyways, so yeah, this is my current favorite handbag to use because it just works with everything. And finally I have the white one because I've been on the hunt for like just a pure white Chanel classic flap, and this is just in the small medium size. I'm not sure, the 2.55 size. I'm really bad with like bag names and sizes and stuff like that. I don't really keep up with that kind of stuff. Least favorite handbag. I'm not gonna say least favorite because I love all my handbags, but I will say like least used handbags that I really want to start using after this video. And it has to be this one. This I got in Japan, in Tokyo, I think 2 years ago. It's by Saint Laurent. I don't know, it's a very, very low-key bag. I don't know if, I think the only thing that gives it away is this bit here. It's very Saint Laurent. But besides that, I don't think you could tell. But yeah, it's just this really cool leopard bag. It's very casual, and I really liked it at the time. But I feel like the reason I haven't used it recently is because I've been like going to a lot of beaches recently, go back to Asia, it's warmer, and this is more like a really, really cold season bag. So now that I'm back in London, and I know it's going to be cold for the next couple months still, hopefully I'll bring this bag out more, because I don't think I've used it for like the last year, since like last winter basically. But yeah, it's a really cool handbag. So the next question is your next handbag purchase. My next handbag purchase is already on its way to me. Again, I found it off of Vestiaire. I'm going to link them below because I freaking love them. If you want to look for a bag that you kind of missed out on like back in the day and you really, really want it now, it's like the best place to find it, honestly. Plus you get like insane like price for it because it's like secondhand, which honestly I don't really mind. But anyway, when that bag comes, it's a Louis Vuitton bag, I'm going to share it because I'm really excited about it. And yeah, besides that purchase, I'm not someone that really plans my purchases. I don't really like do research and think and whatnot. I'm the kind of person, like, if I really like something, I know that, and I'll buy it if I can. But if yeah, I don't feel like I need to research on it, really. What is your dream handbag? That's another question again. I don't really, like I said, I don't plan. I don't think, like, if I like it, I like it. I guess like what most people said were like Hermes, Birkins, and Kellys and stuff, which right now it's really not my style. I don't have a massive lust for it, but I can foresee myself in like maybe the next 5-10 years. I feel like it's a bag that would look better on me when I'm a bit older. I mean, I'm not thinking like young people can't have them either. Like, I think it looks great on everybody. If that's your style, that's your style. But just personally for me, I think that kind of bag style is something I would like a little more when I'm like a bit more mature, a little bit older. Plus the price tags on that, like, I prefer buying other things with that money at the moment. I don't know, I'm just not fully lusting over Hermes at the moment. But I'm sure I'll get to that point at some point, which is going to be really, really bad. Anyway, so I think that is the end. So that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing a little bit more of my handbag collection, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to making more content for this channel. I've gotten a bit more motivation because I've been receiving some really, really lovely messages from some of you, and they've honestly made me so happy. Like, every time I get one single comment, I'm usually with somebody, so I'm like, oh my god, I got a comment on my YouTube channel, and I just get really excited over it. And so thank you for the messages both on YouTube and my Instagram. I've got some people who message me on Instagram as well, coming from my YouTube, and I think that's just like so cool. This is all so new for me, so yeah, I'm really, really excited. Thanks again for taking your time to watch this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give this video a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below if you guys have any suggestions for future videos, or comment what you think of this video and any of the bags I shared. Subscribe if you guys want to come back and catch up with me again sometime. And until then, I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye!